Trelise, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. It is wonderful to have you here. Of course, you're internationally renowned fashion designer, and the good news is your stunning creations are now readily available in Christchurch.
Yes, they are. We opened a store here about 3 weeks ago. Celebrated the opening last night, so yeah.
It's cool. Wonderful. I know that there are so many viewers out there that are so excited to have you here in Christchurch. Was it a big decision to come down to Christchurch?
Well, I've been here actually through my other retailers, so I've been with Linwood's, Aria and Quinn's, and this venture is a partnership with Linwood's, and it's the Trelise Cooper store. It's probably a licensing deal where Lynn runs the store and we provide the clothes. So. And
I was very lucky enough to be there last night, and it's a beautiful store, isn't it?
Thank you, yes. We have fitted it out in the way in which we have all our stores, and yeah, so we are using Trelise Cooper fabrics, interior fabrics. It's a good showcase for the interiors range as well.
That's right, and it's actually worth just popping in to have a look, obviously, at the stunning fashion, but yeah, just the interior as well. It's one of those places that you walk into straight away and you just have this beautiful feeling about you. It's just stunning.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I guess, you know, for women shopping, it's more it's more than just the clothes. I think it's about how you feel when you're in a store. And, you know I've done lots of research. I've shopped a lot. And for me, it's about feeling fabulous when you're in store. Even if you walk in and feel like you feel a bit low, it really is that retail therapy of being lifted up. And for me, that has to be in every message to the customer, that we're there for them in all ways. It's a whole thing. It's not just about selling someone a piece of clothing.
It's the whole experience, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yes.
And that really shines through as well. You've done incredibly well.
Thank you. Thanks.
Now, last night we were lucky enough to have a wee sneaky peek at some of the 2010 range,
yes.
Which is great, and I think we've got some photos that we can have a look at as well, so that Trelise can talk to us a little bit about what we're seeing here, because that's kind of the suit part of it, isn't it?
Yes, it is, because I always do jackets. Jackets are, I'm known for a jacket, and there's a much more pared back, feminine but pared back look, quite fitted, more body conscious. I know that in New Zealand we used to wear a lot of things that we shrouded our bodies, and I don't have a perfect body, so I think I'm one of those people that used to shroud my body, but I think it actually makes you look bigger. And so we have much more body skimming and body, I guess, shaping garments. And I think fashion is going that way. It's more about revealing those things we want to reveal and hiding those we don't like.
And showing our shape, which is beautiful. Yes. Now this is interesting, Trelise, isn't it?
That's my little Lady Gaga moment at Fashion Week.
And you have to have a Lady Gaga moment at Fashion Week, don't you?
Oh, well, I think she's so fabulous, isn't she? She's a real superstar, and actually this is showing the jacket off more than anything.
Right,
but yes, we like to entertain the people at Fashion Week along with the fashion.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what fashion is all about.
Yes.
So let's have a look at another piece now. Now, last night, and it's a bit more difficult to tell on the screen, but those colours, particularly of the dress, were incredible.
Yes, I guess I'm known for colour. I like black. I wear a lot of black, but I also wear colour. And I try to get light into colour, and especially in a print like that, you know, try to get the light in the background so that it uplifts.
Yes, and it does. I have to say, I think that was one of my favourite pieces, actually.
Yes,
and teaming with the red there was gorgeous. And let's have a look at one more now, shall we? And once again, the colours, but teamed with the black, fabulous.
Well, I think that's a safe way to wear colour, is to put it back with black, and it's not sort of so, because the shot before is quite out there, and you have to be quite confident, I think, to wear it. Well, you know,
to pull it off.
Pull it off.
Yeah, exactly. Now, viewers, that's just a small selection of what you can find in store at Trelise Cooper, and we were lucky to see some of the fashion last night. But Trelise, can you talk to us a little bit about how you got started? Because you're not formally trained, are you?
No, I wasn't. I think I am now. I think I'm really well trained. And I really had trial by fire in the very beginning. I really had a dream and wanted it badly and had a great desire. and was, I guess, determined not to let anything get in my way. Not to say that I didn't have self-doubt, because I had masses of it for a long time, but I feel now I'm probably really well trained, and I've had my own university, I guess. It's the University of Trelise. I've done it.
Yeah, that's right. You've learnt as you've gone along.
Yeah.
If you weren't doing this, what would you be doing?
Well, I sang as a child, and I never had enough self-belief in myself as a young adult to continue with that. But it's one of those sort of regrets. But if you heard me sing now, you'd wonder what I'm talking about, because it's not a good sound now. But I loved singing opera, and I loved rock and roll, and so I was a bit of both.
Fantastic. Yes. Does that side of things inspire you with your fashion as well?
I love music. I'm really... I always design with music on, and I like all genres of music, but there's particular music that I find very inspirational to design to. Yeah.
And speaking of music, I know that you have a wonderful work ethos as well, and you start the day in a certain way. Can you talk to us about that, because this is fabulous?
Well, I have a philosophy about working, and that I think we're all families, whether we know it or not, at work, and dynamics play a big role. And I decided that we're on two levels at work. I decided that as a family unit and as people that work together for 8 hours a day, we needed to come together in a positive way, and not have a morning meeting where everybody sort of grumbles. So we come together and listen to some beautiful music and sit for 5 minutes very quietly. We've got candles and a bit of incense. There's nothing religious about what we do, but it's just a communion, I guess, with each other for 5 minutes quietly, and sitting quietly with our thoughts. And then there's a roster, and somebody speaks each day. And the reason for that is that they can choose anything they like to speak about or read, and often it's an inspirational piece out of a book. We have a library of things that people can also choose from. But it's wonderful because you get to know the people you're working with in a whole other way. You might not normally know them. And so we've had some lovely revelations about people, and you find another dimension in the people that you work with.
Yeah, I can imagine. And it would really set the scene for the rest of the day then as well.
Well, it does. And, we look forward to that quiet time, because the fashion industry is constantly on a time pressure. It's really, really busy. And we go from one thing to the next, and we don't stop to smell the roses. So this is our stopping to smell the roses every morning.
And making the most of it.
Yes.
Trelise, can I quickly just ask you before we go, can you give us one piece of fashion advice for winter, or the must-have piece in our winter wardrobe?
I think the must-have piece this winter is the jacket. The jacket has a new 80s vibe, so shoulder pads are back in a big way.
Right.
And also, Balmain is an older designer, an old design house, and they've had a refresh, a new designer who has influenced fashion greatly this season and the last season, with blingy shoulders, big shoulders, and lots of bling on the jacket.
So it's all getting back to the big shoulders and almost the 80s look again.
Yes, yeah, but in a new contemporary way.
Good, yes. Wonderful. Trelise, thank you so much for chatting to us today.
Thank you, Megan.
It's been a real pleasure, and do pop in and have a look at the new store where all of the wonderful Trelise designs are in one store in High Street. Trelise, thank you very much, and good luck for this year.
Thank you.